Hi everybody. I'll be discussing about the horoscope of Mr. Sundar Pichai, and uh, yeah, if we see the horoscope, uh, his ascendant is Taurus, and Venus and Saturn are placed in Taurus. Venus and Saturn conjunction is in itself it's a great Rajyog because Venus and Saturn are mutually friends to each other, and they enjoy each other's company. Indeed, wherever placed in the chart. And for the Taurus ascendant, Venus and Saturn are both Yogakarak planets. So, if you see, Venus itself is the lord of the Lagna, and Saturn is the lord of the 10th and 11th house placed in the Lagna. That means definitely the person will rise up greatly in his career and stand prominent in wherever uh, he he walks. And this placement is seen in the charts of CEOs and seen in the chart of head of institutions, head of organizations, and likely, like I said, Venus and Saturn are very strong in the horoscope, being placed in Taurus and mutually friends to each other. It has given a lot of boost to the ascendant, and given him a lot of limelight in terms of the most famous CEO in the world, and heading the world's topmost organization. And with that, the second house is having Sun, and Sun is the fourth lord placed in the second house, which is not bad. And the third house, the interesting thing is about the third house, which has cluster of planets are placed in the third house. The lord of there are so many major planets placed in the third house, creating a stellium: Mars, Moon, Mercury, and Ketu. So I could see that 12th Lord and 7th Lord Mars placed in the third house, and third house Lord Moon placed in its own house, and second house and fifth house Lord Mercury placed in the third house with Ketu. And so a lot of emphasis will be given in the third house area. So in terms of his in terms of the calling in his life, or I would say what are the major activities he will do in his life, so all that will be related to third house. So what third house represents? Third house represents your internet, your all kind of communication, and so I mean Google in itself is internet, and yes, he's heading that company. That means he's having a very strong third house. Third house being Moon, and Moon the very nearest planet to the Earth, and generally Moon and Sun impact one's horoscope to a great extent. And being a strong Moon means having a great mind, or having very good emotional balance, as well as great intelligence to get all kind of success in life. So yes, Moon is with Mars, Mercury, and Ketu, all technical planets. All the planets like Mars, Ketu, Mercury are mostly related to finance, more related to technology. Ketu relates to mathematics, algorithm, and so his life is all around the technology and handling the finances of the company, or responsible for the financial growth of the company. So yes, this is the so this is his D1, and also if you see Jupiter is placed in the eighth house, uh, and in its own house. I mean, the eighth house lord is placed in its own house. That means there's a sudden reversal of luck in a bigger way, and it also gives a person risk taking ability in order to achieve great success in life. So yes, a very good placement for people who are into entrepreneurship, who who would like to make a lot of achievement in terms of material wealth accumulation, or achievement in terms of career progress, in terms of career, or heading or having a great career, or having great finances in life. I'll not touch upon the personal life of him, because I have created this video just to look into the professional side of the horoscope, and that's it. If we see the D10 a little bit, if I go to that D10, D10 is having planets either in own sign or friendly sign. All the planets are with great dignity. Uh, Again, in D10, you see that the strongest planets are Venus and Jupiter, and placed in Pisces. Venus is exalted in Pisces, and Jupiter, with Jupiter in its own sign. That means a lot. That means that he will be greatly successful in something related to communication, or something related to that, or something related to internet. And at the same time, the Lagna Lord Saturn placed in the second house in its own sign. That's also a good indication of success in career. And seventh house, interestingly, seventh house has the placement of Mars, which is in its debilitation. The Cancer is the debilitation sign of Mars. That means he will not have many competitors, or he will have competitors who are weaker than his organization. And the eighth house is having Moon in a friendly sign. So the 10th lord of the D10 is again Venus, which is placed in its exaltation in the third house. Third house is the house of Parakram, or your brave deeds, or entrepreneurial spirit that can take you to success in terms of different ventures. You either start or had these ventures, or any kind of business where you look after, and you see the business growing to an exponential rate, or I would say it will grow to a great extent. So all this indication told that he has got a great horoscope, great destiny in terms of planetary placement, alignment in different signs and different houses. And I think this is one of the excellent placement, and planets have placed very, very well in D1 and D10, complementing each other. Yes, thanks everybody.